but it's an organized mob. There's a lot of money coming into these groups, and there was somebody that made it into the tents, and they were just showing everything that they got, and it's like a bunch of supplies and shields and tactical helmets, and so the funding's coming in, and they're obviously domestic terrorists, and I think we need to start holding them accountable. But we saw that going on out there, and we said, you know what? We're going to go roll up there with some real people and roll this clip. This was us coming down into the hornet's nest.
Warrior, 448 grams. Spirit of a warrior.
Purified my thoughts and manifested my reality. Had to cut them off, they had a negative mentality.
Yeah.
Shop with the hustle guard, double up your salary. Damn, it feels good getting money with
So we brought cakes, cookies, coffee, donuts, water, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, all that stuff for the ICE agents that have been getting abused and mistreated. We rode out there in that bad boy. Yeah, shout out to the Long Island MAGA Patriots.
I've been trying to keep it kosher, but I'm going ham. Your shit belong in the garbage can. Not a Jewish lawyer.
Look at these goblins.
It's a bar exam. Best believe ride the track.
Oh
like
my
the Tour de
God.
France. The number on my jersey is 448 grams. Warrior.
So that's what I was doing this weekend. We went out there and recorded the Orcs and Goblins acting like fools. So if you want to go see that footage, you could head on over to my Facebook page. I got a lot of clips up on there. And then I have a full-length video up on my Rumble page, James Justice Uncut or UCNY News. And you can go watch the full clip of the video and how these savages were really acting. They're absolutely out of their mind. So we went there with a team of people, and one of the Patriots that showed up brought her son. And at first I was like, this isn't really a place for kids, because he was like 7 years old. But then when I heard a little backstory from Midnight, it turns out that this kid wanted to do nothing more than to give some drinks and to feed the ICE agents that were being treated so badly and assaulted night after night after night. So he made it a point to get his mom to go to the store and buy supplies for the ICE agents, and we walked them down there. And my buddy Midnight was right next to the kid the entire time, making sure nothing happened to him. Let's roll this clip.
We came to support ICE. We came to support law enforcement. That's why we're here.
Everybody keeps their hands to themselves, everybody will be okay.
That's my boy
That's
Midnight.
If you challenge us, there will be a day of reckoning. That's all I'm telling everybody right now. Anybody lifts their fucking hands up, especially next to this child, it will be a day of fucking reckoning.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't come there to play any games whatsoever. The real men showed up.
What's up?
Yeah, so nobody put their hands on us whatsoever, aside from some dude getting in my way and trying to impede my forward movement, and I had to, make my way through, and, somebody happened to get knocked over in the process, but that's not my problem, man. We were just walking. So, yeah, that was his stern warning to the entire crowd. You touch this kid or anything like that, it's going to be a day of reckoning. And they kind of took heed to that warning. And here's another clip I got. This is we were outside. Roll this one. So this is a guy trying to block me, man.
Yeah, I got your big sleeve into my lane as well.
You'll clearly hear me say, watch out, bro.
Nice one. Go get it. Come on, bro. Watch out. Coming through. Coming through. Coming through.
So,
Stop fucking pushing me.
yeah. So that's, that was the only really altercation. I wouldn't even call it an altercation, but, they tried to stop me. A guy put his hand on the rail, and I kind of put my elbow in his chest a little bit and backed him off me. And he happened to knock somebody else over because, these guys got no footing. They don't even know how to stand properly when it comes to being in a situation like that. The guy's just flat-footed and just tipped right over like a domino. And, it just goes to show you these Antifa members are weak and pathetic. And they have to be dealt with. Enough is enough. We're tired of dealing with the anarchy in the streets, the disrespect to the law enforcement, and we're not having it anymore. So here's another clip I got. So this is what we deal with, right? These people are psychotic and deranged, and somebody comes to ask simple questions, and they get immediately hostile and start to lose their stuff. So roll this clip. Look at this.
Why are you shaking? Why are you getting so angry?
Because my drone is going, I'm holding everything back not to break your jaw.
Well, you can do it. You would get arrested.
I don't give a
bro.
There's police stood about 5 meters away.
So this is
Wait
Paul
until you
Joseph.
see what they
Paul
do.
Joseph
I don't give a
Watson. Go
This doesn't
subscribe
make
to
you
his
argument
channel.
I came out here for the.
This doesn't make your
I
argument
came out
look
here for
good.
the.
Came out
I
here
ain't come out here to talk.
for violence.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
That's the
Turns out he didn't really want to have a nuanced debate about the British Empire. He just wanted to violently attack someone, to prove wrong people who say we shouldn't let violent people into our countries. Yeah, not the brightest spark, is he?
That is the
Who started
degenerate,
it?
Violent
Who started
left.
it?
You give facts.
Who started it?
Came all the
Look
way
at the
over.
look at his eyes.
Who started
You
it?
give
Just
facts.
rage
You give
possessed.
data, and they get violent.
Hey,
It's
why
what
would
you
you
see on the
finish
streets
it?
of Newark last
Why
night.
don't
Started,
you go
I'ma
back to your
finish it.
country?
Started, I'm gonna finish it.
You can cut that off, but that's like a lot of the arguments that these guys have. You're Nazi, you're a bigot, you're this, you're that, and then they become enraged like this guy. And then once you get a couple of these people that become enraged and can't handle their emotions like grown men, you know, it kind of riles up the rest of the crowd, and then they all start getting touchy feely with people. And then you know, when the real men are around, they end up getting knocked out and turned into viral clips on the internet. But the police finally had enough. They finally had enough, and I'm glad to hear it. After the violence was breaking out, and one of the officers got bit by somebody. He's got this big laceration on his arm from one of these rabid goblins. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's see what happens when the police actually protect and stand up for law and order.
So I asked the cop if anyone there.
So they brought a bus out. Look at all those cops. So then at one point, they surrounded all the protesters with shields and gave them a curfew. It said, yo, if you're not out of here, you're going to jail with federal charges. And some of them didn't want to leave. But you'll see in a second, this guy gets sucked into these shields like it was a Pac-Man. Look at it, watch this guy. Whoop, get your ass over here. Yeah, done. Swallowed like a Pac-Man pellet. But that's what has to be done. These people that are, you know, coming here to disrupt the services and what the jobs of ICE are, right? They're hired. We pay for them, and for them to go there and disrupt the services is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that it went on for this long is even worse. So good for them. Stand up for law and order. Wrap these people up in handcuffs and toss them into federal jail for 20 years and let that be done. Once people start getting 20-year sentences, then watch how quick things change. Because if not, you know, that other guy was unhinged. Here's Nick Shirley in the field reporting on just an event that's going on, and this guy is like threatening his life and stuff, and the DHS has to step in and put a green laser on this guy to get him to stop. This video is a couple weeks old, but check this out.
Stop it.
Stop sticking your camera in people's fucking face.
I have the right to be here.
Okay, did I say?
I have the right to be here. I have the right to film. You have DHS watching you right there, lasered on you. You have a sniper lasered on you right
I don't
now.
give a fuck.
Stop it.
Yeah, I don't care.
You,
Sticking your camera.
And then his homie comes over to
I
him
didn't do
like,
anything
yo, bro.
wrong. You have a sniper on you
Yo,
right
they got
now.
a laser on you, man.
You have a sniper on you right now.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a journalist that is protected under the First Amendment, right? Should not be bullied, harassed, ran off of whatever site he's covering for what? For what? Because these little punks, these little skinny wimps that want to run around and act like they're big when they're not. That, you know, the American people could put a stop to this. And I put out a post on my webpage, right? I was with the Proud Boys over the weekend, and we're the ones that went into the detention center, right? Now, a lot of people don't understand that the Proud Boys were formed because of Antifa, because of the stand downs with police. Nobody stood up, and there were innocent Trump supporters from 2016 on going to rallies, and then when they were going to their cars, they were getting chased to their vehicles, beaten over the head with bricks, bats, chains, maced, you name it, and Antifa was doing it. So the innocent people had no protection whatsoever. Not every patriot, not every, you know, person that loves America and is a Trump supporter is a fighter, right? A lot of people just want to go attend a rally and go the hell home and go back to work and watch a show on Netflix. And there's nothing wrong with that, but, well, there kind of is, but, you know, that's all these people wanted to do. And there was no response from the police whatsoever. These people were getting split open, stitches, sent to the hospital, pushed over on top of their kids. Like, I watched a big 200-and-something-pound father get shoved by Antifa, and he fell on his, like, 6-year-old daughter and, like, You could have crushed the girl. You know what I mean? And they didn't care. So Antifa was formed as a response to that because everybody else stood down. So you had some fearless warriors that stepped up and said, you know what, Antifa, you want to fight? Now you got one. And those are all the viral clips you see with them getting slapped silly and knocked all over the place and thrown over crowds. And, you know, that's what they asked for. That's what you're going to get. And stop being soft society. With that, we're going to take a quick break. And I'll be back on the other side with more news. Let's go. Share this out.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back to the most patriotic venue in all the land, the America First Warehouse. If you are in the New York tri-state area and you want to get tickets to some of our amazing events, you're going to head on over to theamericafirstwarehouse.com and click on events and sign up for whatever you're interested in. We have tons of stuff going on here throughout the year, and make sure you do that. Also, we have an app for Android and Apple. You're going to head over to the App Store or whatever phone you got, and you're going to type in America First Media and Television, and that's how we get around the censorship and the algorithms and the de-throttling and the shadow bans and all that stuff. So head on over to America First Media and Television on your app store and go download that. So now let's get back into the news. We got Trump's a little riled up. He's a little pissed off at Benjamin Netanyahu because this guy's been disregarding everything Trump says from the beginning. Whatever peace deals are worked out, whatever ceasefires are worked out, this guy just takes a big shit on whatever plans Trump has. So let's hear what the fuss is about. I got a news
called
anchor.
Netanyahu crazy and accused him of ingratitude. He also put the brakes on Israel's plan to strike Beirut. One U.S. official summarized Trump's remarks to Netanyahu as follows: "You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this." Read that again. The The President of the United States allegedly told the Prime Minister of Israel, America's closest ally in the Middle East, that he would be in prison if it weren't for Trump's protection. He accused him of ingratitude. He told him the entire world hates Israel because of Netanyahu's decisions.
So yeah, you can cut that off.
A second source briefed on the call.
So so that's absolutely nuts right there. You know, the disrespect and all this stuff has been a little too much from day one, and it's time to cut ties, stop giving all of our money to Israel. And another thing that pissed me off is that why in the Defense Authorization Act does basically Israel have the keys to our military? Like any type of things that go on within our military, Israel gets a say in. Go look at the clause in the bill. It's out there already. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that's basically giving American military sovereignty over to Israel and letting them control it. Absolutely unacceptable. Don't like it. And I think it's garbage. So, yo, New York City. Let's talk about New York City. Ever since Mondami took office, a lot of weird stuff has been going on in the city, right? You have street vendors popping up everywhere. You have other things going on in the city, free grocery stores and state-ran, facilities. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this is coming from a guy that offered free everything and reneged on all of his plans. So there's street vendors going around, and this is going to be clip number 6. There's street vendors going around, and they're selling stuff on the street, and you're not going to believe what it is.
Crazy.
Look at this, guys.
What is that? Pig?
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig? Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yo, so as if things couldn't get any worse, you have guinea pigs skinned and cooked being sold on the streets as a lunch snack while you're on your break. You can't make this up, guys. You can't make it up. Guinea pigs, all right? So in America, we don't eat pets. We don't eat the pets. We don't eat the dogs. We don't eat the cats. We don't eat the geese. We don't eat the ducks, all right? The ducks that are in the pond swimming around, we don't eat them. We give them bread, and we take our kids over there, and we have a good time at the park with the ducks. But you guys that are coming into this country that aren't assimilating, that come from these shitholes, are eating the pets, and we don't do that here in America. So deport them all. Get them all out of here. We had enough guinea pigs on the streets. What type of craziness is this? All right, so let's get to a lighter subject. Also, over the weekend, we had a birthday party over here for Rudy Giuliani, and it was absolutely epic. Rudy's in high spirits. He had a great time here. This place was packed. Tickets sold out, and he took a picture with each and every single person that was here with I can't even explain the level of energy this guy has, but I thank the good Lord that he was able to bounce back from his medical emergency he had where they were giving him last rites and said that was it. And then he was like, no, it's not, and just jumped back up and threw on his suit, and he is back stronger than ever, and God bless him, man. So big shout out to Rudy. Happy birthday, brother. And it was a good time. I'm glad you made it over here. So we also attended a barbecue for Greg Hack, and he's running for a congressional seat over here in New York. And this guy is absolutely amazing. He's got a America First vibe, and he's a fighter. He's a veteran, and he opened up his house for everybody. So let's just get a quick preview of what went on. Yeah. All types of stuff over here. Entertain. Greg jumped in the dunk tank. That was epic. We found the gay horse. Food was good, man. We had a nice barbecue, bunch of food. There was a mechanical bull there. So it was awesome. Big shout out to Greg, man. Not many people open up their home doors and let you in and mingle, but this was his appreciation for all the campaign members, everybody that was there for him while he was running this campaign, getting signatures, door knocking, all that stuff. So good job, Greg. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, guys.
So so I had a busy weekend. So Saturday was like nonstop. I was up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, out the door, heading out to Jersey, and then we stopped. And there was, you got to watch the video. I'm telling you, look up the video on Rumble, and you're gonna be like, what the hell goes on? Because before we even got to the detention center, we pulled into a parking lot to go meet up with another convoy of patriots, and it was flooded with like 50 cop cars. And you're gonna have to go watch that. And so I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but it was pretty nuts. So, all right, let's get into some funny stuff. You know, it's Pride Month. You know, Michelle Obama's a man, and allegedly. And let's roll this clip. Let's see what's going on here. This is her on Ellen. Look at the swing, yo. Look at the swing. Look right between the legs. Look. What the hell is that bouncing back and forth? Look. Who adjust themselves like that? Dudes. So that's a great video right there. I mean, you can't even deny it. Yo, dude, it's swinging. You see the wanky swinging. And, it's hitting the back of the pants, man. It's hitting the pants. So, come on, Obama. Just come clean. I'm telling you, you'll go viral. You'll be like, Michelle's a man. Michelle's a man. And, it'll go super viral all over the world. And Joan Rivers actually said it years ago, 2 weeks before she died, allegedly. And 2 weeks before she died, somebody asked her, it's like, hey, you think we'll ever see the first gay president? And she's like, we already have it. Calm down. Obama's, he's dating a tranny. And the guy's like, whoa, what? He's like, yeah, she's a transgender. We all know. And just walked up the steps like it was no big deal. And everybody just let that clip go right out of the memory hole. And nobody even talks about it anymore. So kind of crazy. But, let's shift gears into some technology news. And Elon Musk, right? This guy is the same guy that wants to put Neuralink inside your brain and plug you into the grid when, computers can't even figure out how to stop a virus from infecting it right now. And it's been out for 30 years. So let's figure that one out. But Elon Musk is the pioneer and front runner when it comes to AI technology and the robot implementation that they want to roll out in society to, replace the jobs. So let's see how far these things actually are. And if we should be concerned. Roll this clip. Now, this is a robot that somebody wore a sensor suit and they taught it Kung Fu. And now, after a one-time download, it understands Kung Fu fluently. Look how it's blocking. Okay? So, we got a problem on our hands, guys. Yo, that's crazy. So that's the Gen 3 Optimus that Elon Musk is rolling out with Tesla. Now, he said he wants to have, between 500 million and a billion of these robots out by 2027. I mean, there's probably factories right now assembling these things and putting them together. But, it's crazy. It's getting out of control. And then you have AI on top of the robotics, which is... We don't know. It's going to go off the rails at some point, and, what are we going to do? We're going to have to come up with EMP weapons or something. Let's get into this next clip. If you don't know your rights, this auditor right here perfectly exercises them with this officer that was being a meathead. Roll it.
Hey, I asked you a question. What's going on?
You asked me a question?
Yes, I said what's going on.
What's your name and badge number?
It's right on my jacket.
I don't know how to read, sir.
You don't know how to read?
Don't bully me for that.
It's Garcia, 745. What else do you need?
I don't need shit.
Don't
Don't talk to me like that.
Why are you here?
None of your business.
Excuse me?
None of your business.
None of my business?
No. What is wrong with you? I don't want no answers or explanations.
Well, I got a complaint about you, so I'm trying to find out. I have to investigate.
Investigate then. Do your thing.
I'm asking you questions which you refuse to
I'll plead the fifth.
Look at the face. Look at that face.
Okay, well, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave the area.
Ask me to leave? You're bugging, bro. I'm on a free sidewalk, G. You heard? Public sidewalk. Owned by my people who pay taxes. You don't tell me what to do. None of your business. I plead the fifth, I said. You ain't violating my fourth or fifth. Stop playing with me, man. That's not how you approach a citizen. Hi, how you doing, sir? That'll be better. Now, I'm asking you a question. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you who? Who you, man? You a robot or something, B? You work for me, my G.
Really? I work for you?
They don't even know.
Not bad, thank you for asking. What was your name and badge number? A pleasure, brother. So like I was saying, don't fucking talk to me like I'm a fucking animal, bro.
You can cut that one off. So when you understand your rights and you understand how the law actually works, right? We are the bosses of whatever government employees come in front of us, right? We pay their salary. We are their bosses. Unless we commit a crime, we're under them, right? So don't commit crimes and we're their bosses. And if you understand your rights, there's certain powers that they think they have that they actually don't. Like demanding ID when you're, outside of being suspected for a crime. They're just, oh, give me your ID. Oh, you're failing to provide ID. I could take you to jail. That's bullshit. Right? They can't take you to jail for that because failing to ID is a secondary charge for whatever charge they're trying to hit you with in the first place. So know your rights, study up on the Constitution, and this way you can defend yourself. We have a special guest coming up after this break. It's going to blow your mind who it is. Let's go. I'll see you on the other side.
250 years ago, a nation was born. Built on courage, driven by freedom, defined by patriots who stood their ground. Today, we don't just remember that legacy, we wear it. This is more than a shirt. It's a symbol of strength, freedom, and pride. I'm Steve Stern, COO of theflagshirt.com, and I invite you to celebrate 250 years of the United States with us. Wear your pride, stand for something, get your shirts today.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer. Fine, professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
What's up? Welcome back to the most patriotic venue in all the land. I am your host, James Justice, and we're going to be tearing through this next segment. I got a special guest coming on. I'm waiting for him to check in, and then once I get verification, I'll make the announcement. So there's a lot of junkyards that are being lit on fire right now. They're burning to the ground all over the place. There's a bunch of them. And I think that we should start questioning what exactly is going on here, because we all know that they want to install a digital enslavement grid. They want to take all the gas-powered cars and switch them over to electric vehicles and track and control everything we're doing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in 2027, all of the new vehicle manufacturers have to install cameras that watch the drivers at all times. And this is going to let, I guess insurance companies or whoever else know if you're sleepy, if you're tired, if you're too slouched back in the seat, whatever, right? It's total surveillance and control, and we don't want any parts of that. So I think we have to really do something about this new technology that they're trying to cram down the throats of everybody, and we don't want to be surveilled and we don't want to be tracked. But I think my guest is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight is Peter Tickton, a renowned attorney, author, and longtime friend of confidant President Donald Trump, a graduate of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point and a successful trial lawyer for decades. Peter has been at the center of some of the most important legal and political battles in America. He brings a unique insider perspective on law, government, and the challenges facing the nation today. And with that, let's bring on Peter. What's up, Peter? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I got to correct you a little bit. It's New York Military Academy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I go on.
Yeah, and that was high school.
Yeah.
But that's where I went. That's where I got to know Donald Trump. We were classmates, and in my senior year, and his senior year, we were extremely close. He was my captain, made me platoon sergeant. So I kind of ran his first company for him, which was Company A.
Nice.
But anyway, that was then. This is now.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, I appreciate everything you've done throughout the years and all your hard work, and especially your expertise on a lot of the legal challenges our country faces. So Tina Peters is what's some updates with Tina Peters? Because I hear some good things are in the making.
Well, we're still moving ahead. We're still fighting her case, even though she's out of prison. Thank God.
Yeah, thank you, God.
Yeah, but we're still fighting. We're taking her case to the Supreme Court of Colorado. We don't expect much. Look, Colorado is a...
All right. I think we're chopping up. What happened over here?
Politicians do.
All right, so you froze a little bit. But so you're talking about the state of Colorado?
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of problems there. Once a state becomes what I call a captured state, once the politicians are elected by the machines, not by the people.
Yeah.
And I don't mean the machines like we talk about, like meaning people that are organized like the election machines that they used to have of old with bosses and stuff. I'm talking about
a little connections with
the elections.
Yeah. So also you're covering the J6 lawsuit as well, right?
Yes. Well, the fund ended yesterday, and probably for some good reasons.
Yeah.
But I trust President Trump and his decisions for these things. I'm sure it always works out where, it'll come back stronger and better.
Yeah, that's usually what happens with Trump. He'll put something and nobody will understand why he did what he did, but he's like, just trust it. Don't worry about it. Just trust it. It's going to work out. And then it always works out. That's where you get the slogan, Trump is always right, because even if you can't comprehend what he's doing, he knows what he's doing down the road. He's very good at that. The art of the deal.
Yeah. No, but as I've indicated, I've known him since I was 15. So, 65 years I've known this young man and this middle-aged man, this older man. But he's not actually an older man. He's just got the wisdom of age. He doesn't seem to suffer the maladies of it.
Yeah, not at all. He's got a lot of energy, Trump. I've never seen. Maybe it could be the fact that he's never taken a drug or a drink in his life. That he works with a higher capacity, consciousness, and brain of everybody else. But he seems to run circles around anybody that's younger than him, and he just does not stop. He's got incredible energy.
Yeah, no, I think it happened. I don't know whether it was the water that we drank in New York Military Academy or what it was, but I kind of share the same thing. I'm his age. I'm 4.5 months older than he is, and I'm working full out as well. Day after day. I'm a trial.
Yeah, I think you guys are cut from a different cloth. They don't make humans the way they used to back in the day. It's completely.
No, I'm so thankful I could be doing the things I'm doing now. I'm at the peak of my career.
Yeah.
and these are my best years. I'll tell you this because you're a young man, so I'll tell you, my 40s were better than my 30s. My 50s were better than my 40s. My 60s were better than my 50s. My 70s are better. They were great years, better than my 60s. And right now I'm 80. Actually, I'm 54, but I've been 54 for 26 years.
Yeah.
And I'm having a ball. I mean, I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting. And I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's stuff like that that keeps you going and keeps you mentally sharp. And and a lot of people get 70 years old and then they're just like, I'm going to sit around the house, and they deteriorate and they're gone before you know it. But when you're mentally active and you're moving around, your muscles are going, it keeps you pretty sharp. And I thank God we still have a couple of great minds around like yours and Trump's.
Yeah, well, it's actually a little different than that. We think differently. When you get older, when you get into your 70s and 80s, I don't know about after 80 because I haven't been there yet, but I can only imagine it's going to be more of the same or better. You actually see things differently, and it's impossible for any of us to explain to younger people what it is because you haven't been able to think that way yet. It's sort of like trying to explain what an orange tastes like to somebody who never tasted one.
Yeah.
How do you get that point across? It's impossible.
Yeah.
So, when you see, obviously if a man's mind is blown, it's blown. But, those of us that have active minds where we're still performing.
Yeah, that's good. And let me ask you something. After Charlie Kirk got assassinated, did you see a difference in Trump at all with some of his decision making? Or, I don't know, because I feel like some of the things, like with Israel, there's a lot of pressure with Netanyahu. And I feel like after Charlie Kirk got shot, it was he like pulled back a little bit with being as aggressive against the deep state and aggressive on certain, anti-war strategies that he had. And, I don't know. What's your take on that?
Well, there's a lot of things that are going on now that play into it. So, you could take one isolated event like Charlie Kirk getting shot. I know that upset him.
Yeah. They were close. They were very close.
Donald Trump has a.
No.
I mean, when he has to deal with the parent of a child that died, as we all do, it always hurts.
Yeah.
But it hurts him more. It takes him longer to get over these things because he's just that sensitive of a man.
Yeah, he's very compassionate.
You can't tell because he needs a place strong, and he does. But he's just.
Yeah, he's
definitely feels your pain.
Yeah, he's got a definitely strong character, and I hear countless stories of all the great things that he's done for people throughout the years, whether it's changing somebody's tire on the side of the road, offering a free apartment in Trump Tower to a black lady that was homeless, and she kind of snuck into the tower. Did you hear about that story? Where he delivered her hand-cut flowers every day, and she took a video out of Trump Tower out the window.
I didn't hear that one, but you're right. There are a lot of them, and frankly, I lived with the man when we were 17, and so I know exactly what his character is, and the only way I could school year, not like about a month before the school year, he got a promotion and he moved to the academic building, but before that, there's no privacy where we were, it was, you knew each other, and he is, the only way I could say something bad about him is to make up something.
Yeah.
I don't have a bad word that I can honestly say about this man.
And for people that don't know, you actually wrote a book. So if people want to get to know the intimate details of Donald Trump, you put out a book, What Makes Trump Tick, right?
Right.
And you want to tell people where they can get that book and a brief summary of what it is?
Well, if they go to legalbrains.com, and just write to me. I'm at pt@legalbrains.com. I'll get you a copy of it.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's good to have an inside look when everything is so polarized now by the mainstream media, where they try to paint a picture of people and it's the total opposite of what they are. So it's kind of like they build up a straw man and then expect the public to rain down and just crush them. But, there's too many stories of Trump's character from the past that, it doesn't make sense with what the mainstream media is saying. So,
No. He's the prince of a man. He's just a wonderful person.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, the captains of the companies, they didn't hesitate in, punching a guy if they wanted to punch him, or kneeing him in the groin while they're standing at attention in formation. I've seen it over and over again with those people that, the captains, the students that are in charge.
We got about five seconds left.
That.
Yeah, no, that's great. We're going to come back on the other side of this break, and we'll get more into it. We'll see you on the other side. Share this out.
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Welcome back to the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in all the land. I'm joined tonight by Peter Tickton, and if you missed the conversation from the last segment, now's the time to tune in. But we're going to get into some January 6th information, and we'll get some updates from Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Right. Well, you know, the fund got canceled.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we don't have the actions. Where the law firm that is actually doing the lawsuits? You know, the other law firms are offering to give them a hand at the forms, but there's no forms because there's no fund.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be a fund later, but really you got to get these actions filed while the statute of limitations is still allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
although it's been extended in some ways, you know, I just think that people are signing up with us. We're still taking on more and more clients. And we're going to be, hopefully, we're going to be the big kahuna in the room, because if we file all these suits, and they're all being filed in Washington, D.C., I know the judges there suck.
Yeah.
But in fact, some of them should be in prison. And if I get to be Attorney General, we'll see if we'll investigate that for sure.
Oh, yeah. I pray to God that you get into that position, because we need somebody like you in there that's going to just, no holds bars. You violated the law, you're gone. And that's what we need. We need a clean house.
Right. Well, the fact of the matter is that the DOJ is really screwed up right now. It's turning into the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. It's because of marijuana and other soft drugs. It's not because of the marijuana directly. It's because of the fact that first we had alcohol. Okay. Then we had prohibition. During prohibition, we had a buildup of police all across the nation. When prohibition ended, within a month, all of a sudden, bang, it's all about marijuana. But now that marijuana ended, okay, the criminality of it has ended. We have probably about 25% less crime than we had. But nobody got rid of those. Nobody lowered the number of police or prosecutors by that 25%. So in order to rationalize their existence, especially in the DOJ, they go after innocent people. They go after people that are guilty of minor transgressions, and they treat them like major crime. And I don't know that you know any of them yet or not, but I'm finding them all across the country because I'm doing pardon work, and I'm hearing all these stories, all these situations where it's not just stories, it's real. Especially what happened under the Biden administration. Merrick Garland he's an evil genius. He was able to take the surplus of let's say energy and direct it at different groups. So he would go after parents of children that went to Board of Education meetings. Yep. He went after doctors that prescribed ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, or doctors that were against the jab. He went after friends of Donald Trump, like Peter Navarro. He went after J6ers. He went after so many different targets. Police, if there was any indication that there was, or allegations rather, that there was excessive use of force. He went after many of these groups. People in cryptocurrency were debanked and then gone after it. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen this at all.
Yeah.
But I've had occasion to see it all over the place.
Yeah.
And so, and then the worst of all, they went after the people that are MAGA, if they were upper middle class. They went after it. If you had $10 million, you had $2 million, if you had $200 million or whatever, they went after you.
Yeah, because they're terrified of the middle class, because the middle class can print up signs and election signs and throw money behind candidates and post billboards up, and they don't want anybody that could possibly add momentum to whatever candidates aren't, in their control. They'll come down with you with a golden hammer.
Yeah, so we have all these different groups that they are going after, and I figure that's the first thing that has to be done to fix the DOJ. You've got to stop that.
Yeah.
So that's part of my plan. That's the first thing that needs to be done. Stop doing this. Stop prosecuting innocent Americans, and take all of that manpower and start applying it to the people that are committing the major insurrection against the United States.
Exactly.
Let's get rid of these communists and these people that are stealing our election and so on. Yeah. I don't mean the cases that are finally happening due to some people that weren't even in the DOJ or did it in spite of the fact that we have the people that are on top of the DOJ. But I do think that we're going to start seeing things come out in the near future about all of that too, because, thank God we got Maduro out of Venezuela.
Yeah.
That guy's singing like a canary.
Oh, good.
He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in isolation and in in a supermax in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
That's the worst way to spend the rest of his life. He's not going to do that, and so he's already spilling the beans. And because of what he's had to say, we've been able to get his bookkeeper. He's already been delivered to us. Now that we're friends with Venezuela, they'll extradite people to us. We don't have to go in and grab them anymore.
That's great.
And so we're going to have all these people that are going to be able to prove that Venezuela was very involved in the election fraud of 2020.
Yeah, wasn't that the
when-
Dominion systems were the systems that Venezuela originally used to rig their elections to get these people in, right?
Well, first it was Sequoia.
Okay.
And then it was Smartmatic. And then it was Dominion. And now it's Liberty. But they're all using the same codes or the same programming that was done by the Serbians. And Serbia is like a satellite of China. So we know what's going on here. Plus, parts of the machines were made by China. And worse even, some of the parts in the machines that were made in China are labeled that they were made in Taiwan, which proves their complicity, and they knew that they were supplying things for untoward purposes.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what you have there. But I wanted to talk to you about the January Sixers because they're a very special case. It's the people that got them. I mean, you gotta take your hat off to them and say, wow, what they did. These are bright psyops people. They use AI, but they've got their own imaginations. So, if you were to know how you stop a product from succeeding, that could be an important thing to know if you want to stop a resistance movement from developing. So, do you know what an early adopter is?
No.
Okay. Well, when a new product comes out, like let's say an iPhone, there are some people that jump for it. They're the first ones to buy it.
Yeah.
Right? The first ones to buy a Tesla. The first ones, the ones that are ahead of the rest of us.
Yeah.
They're called early adopters. And the way that it works in business is this: when a new product comes out, you need a buy-in by a certain percentage of the early adopters. I don't know what that percentage is, but believe me, it's worked out. I just don't remember what the number is. Let's just say it's 12%. If you don't get that 12%, your product will never, ever work on the marketplace. Because if you're not getting that percentage of the early adopters, those people aren't there to then tell their neighbors and their friends, look how well this thing works, look how good it is, and so on. Look at my iPhone, look what I can do.
Yeah, it's like building up
I
hype
want to
for
get
the
that one
product.
too. So it's the early adopters that cause the products to be launched.
Okay.
So imagine if you have something coming out, a new iPhone that comes out from Elon Musk with a battery that can charge in 5 minutes and last for an hour, a whole day. Okay, because he does have an invention for the aluminum battery. I'm not sure if people realize that, but one of these days he's going to combine that aluminum battery with his cars, or he's going to put that into a cell phone because it charges instantly.
Wow.
And he's got something really special on a lot of fronts. His cell phone that he's coming out with is very hard to steal the information from and so on. But it will be directly linked to his Starlink situation. It's going to be amazing. It's going to put Apple out of business.
Yeah.
But
and that's good
when it
because
comes
they're
out,
controlled by China anyway.
But imagine if it comes out and you get all these people that are your early adopters. And let's just say you can frustrate their purchases. You're able to track everybody that's buying one of these phones and cancel the orders. Okay? Or better yet, arrest them. Okay? Well, then the early adopters aren't there.
Yeah.
The early adopters aren't able to push the product and make the product go.
So it never goes off the ground.
So it never gets off the ground.
Yep.
So that's one of the things that business tries to do when they see something coming up that's going to compete, is they see what they can do of knocking out the early adopters.
We got about 40 seconds left in the segment.
Okay. So with this situation, what happens is the J6ers, they're ahead of the game. They bought into it. They saw the election was stolen, and they bought into it. They bought tickets. They bought rooms. They went to Washington to protest, and whatever it was that they needed to spend to do it. And then what do? You take them, you arrest them all. You get rid of the tip of the spear of this social movement of people that are going to resist the stolen election.
Exactly. You take the frontliners out and nobody follows.
And that's what they did with the J6ers, and that's why they had to do what they did, and it was extremely effective.
Yeah.
They still have a number of J6ers, a lot of them that are still in there punching, but there's a lot of them that are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, etc.
Yeah.
There's many that committed suicide.
Yeah, we're going to get justice for them all. I hate to cut you off, but we're out of time.
Do it. That's okay.
And Peter, thank you for coming on. We'll get you on again, and we'll continue this session. But God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you for everything you do. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on episode 13 of the James Justice Show next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Sit tight. Love you all. We're out of here.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all.